You know, you know what I like about audio dramas and content creators? Where the show did not give attention to certain characters we like or enjoy or new favorites. Don't worry, the content creators and audio dramas got your back covered. First, we have Dancing with the Shadows bringing in this actually fan favorite pony now. Now we actually have a whole audio drama, part one, devoted to this pony alone. And who am I referring to? Tempest Shadow. I'd have to say was one of my most anticipated audio dramas to be released. Because Tempest was one of my favorites from the 2017 My Little Pony film. She was a fan favorite, and there goes Spyro. Tempest, I think, and what was sad about the actual show, Tempest only made a couple tiny cameos. No speaking role, no nothing. And I'll say this like I said in a video a while back, Tempest could have been given a different voice actor. Emily Blunt, she's a very, very popular actress, but if Angelina Jolie could be replaced for Tigress in Kung Fu Panda Legends of Awesomeness, why couldn't Tempest Shadow? That's just a bummer. That's just a waste of a character, too, at the same time. A character that had potential to grow. Luckily, Spotted Tales 2017 actually gives us an audio drama that is going to probably give Tempest Shadow a lot of attention, a lot of development. The first episode was really good. I was really excited for this one. It actually, she shows footage of the movie, like she did in the trailer, of what happened leading up to the artwork taking over. And Tempest, is dealing with a lot of internal guilt and emotions. I know there's a ship called Tempest. I can't pronounce it. I'm not really a shipper, but I can see where, for example, Hitch and Zip would make a good couple. I know a good couple when I see one. And I will admit, I like it where each audio drama that I have seen does not follow the same usual formula. They actually can turn around and surprise you, and this one had a very big surprise very early on in the audio. Starlight Glimmer, it becomes an alicorn. Now, okay, first of all, my little bit of history with Starlight Glimmer in the show is I couldn't stand her. I'm like, Twilight, take her out. But as the show progressed, I really liked her as a character. I was just kind of floored that she was actually made an alicorn in this audio drama. And it's a nice little surprise, a nice little change. And to be honest with you, I saw the trailer for this first episode. I never saw the wings. I never noticed them. I'm probably going to have to go back to the trailer and look again, because I didn't notice them in the trailer. I don't know if that was if there was an edit where she edited out the wings and she's just a unicorn. I'm like, I gotta look back at that trailer. But Tempest actually leaves for a year. And at this point in time, they're celebrating Starlight Glimmer's ascension into an alicorn, and Tempest Shadow shows back up. Well, not all of the ponies are glad to see her. Twilight, her friends, Spike, are glad to see her, but the ponies of Canterlot and Ponyville are not, because they show a lot of hostility towards Tempest. And Tempest is dealing with a lot of guilt of what she did, and dealing with something is growing in her. Some feeling is growing inside her. Could it be love? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. We gotta wait for the next episode to roll around to continue the story. But we also do get the young six, and actually, Silverstream is still afraid of Tempest, and it's understandable. Her kingdom was attacked by the Storm King, and probably Tempest was present for the invasion. So I get that she's the most hesitant of the young six, while some of the ponies are like, she's okay. Yona's like, I don't really still trust her, but if you guys do, I will. But it's understandable that there is some consistency with Silverstream, because in the episode What Lies Beneath, she sees the Storm King's shadow. She does have that fear of what the Storm King did to her people. So it's understandable. She's kind of like, could she be faking to be her Twilight's friend? Makes sense. Also, another nice little callback to the Friendship is Magic, not the show, the comic book, is about the return of Tempest, where Tempest met one of her Philly friends and dealt with a animal which was an Ursa Minor, the very same animal that scarred her. So I like it that they did a callback to the comic. That was actually pretty cool. This mainly deals with how the ponies view Tempest's growing emotions, and feeling the guilt of what she's done. And also, she has no cutie mark. Pretty much when the Ursa Minor broke her horn, she didn't get the chance to find her potential, her cutie mark. And that's a nice detail, because I was actually wondering, because Tempest was wearing all that armor, and I'm thinking, does she have a cutie mark? And we come to find out, no, she doesn't. I like how Spotted Tails 2017 added that little detail that she didn't get her cutie mark because she lost her ability to use magic. And we actually do go back where Tempest is just really distant at first, but she's more closer, like getting closer to Twilight, becoming more comfortable around her. Twilight actually has to protect Tempest from angry ponies, because they're out getting groceries and they're throwing tomatoes, and Twilight puts up a shield and saying, you either give her a court date or you give her to us and we decide to do with what we want with her. And it does end with Twilight not refusing to do this, and she's tearing up and she walks away. So I was thinking when it said Return to the Enemy, I was thinking it was going to reveal the main villain of this audio drama. Actually, that expectation not being given, I'm actually happy about. I'm glad we're not spoiled or surprised yet of who the villain might be. I don't know. We don't know who the villain will be of this audio drama. So I'm glad it wasn't revealed in the first episode, because I was under the impression when I said Return of the Enemy, could it refer to the villains, a villain showing up and saying, hey, crashing the party. But no, this is about how the ponies view Tempest as an enemy, and things could escalate in the next episode. We just gotta wait until it's done and see what happens in the next part. But I'll say I'm very glad Tempest Shadow is getting some more attention, and it's a shame that the show did not give the Tempest that attention, but the content creators have our backs in giving new fan favorite characters some much needed love. First episode of Strings of Fate, really good start. Can't wait to see part number 2. So when it's out, I'll be watching it. So, until next time, I am Draco Prime 220, signing off. See you later, everyone.